We've had a couple of rough summer seasons the past few years with deadly record high heat waves and long hot dry spells like we've been experiencing this October. Now the results of a study from some Oregon State University researchers shows traumatic injuries of Oregon agricultural and construction workers are significantly higher during periods of high heat compared with periods of more moderate weather.
And essentially the biggest takeaway is that when temperatures got above 75 degrees, we saw an increase of 15 to 29% for traumatic injury risks.
That's Richard Evoy, lead author of the research paper. As part of his PhD dissertation, he and others looked at roughly 92,000 injury claims from Oregon workers' compensation reports spanning 10 years of on-the-job injuries.
And we only looked at ones that essentially occurred during the course of a work shift. So it's not a cumulative injury, it's one that happens during the work shift.
Evoy stresses this is a big overview study that doesn't break down specific cases. But again, it does show turning up the heat turns up the injury numbers too. Beyond temperature increases, the study also looked at the effect of wildfire smoke on injuries. They found that by itself, smoke in the air was strongly associated with an increased risk of injury. But incorporating the heat index too, smoke's effects dropped off. More research is needed on that. In fact, the authors of this newly released study hope it spurs more on-the-ground research and more ways to protect workers and others from our climate reality.
So we need to go out into the field and do more studies. We're actually measuring these impacts and personal exposures that workers are feeling in their workplaces and how it affects their health and also their risk of sustaining an injury while at work.
Tim Gordon, KGW News.